So, I've been noticing something that's been happening to all of the best people in my life. You see, all of these people I love, who I think are incredible, have all been suffering from the same negative feelings.
They feel hopelessness in their everyday lives. They feel like there's no future for them. Like the lives they're living now, they're going to live those same lives for the rest of time, and it might only get worse from here. They feel trapped. Their heads are full of anxious thoughts about why their future won't be what they want it to be. I think so many of us can relate to that. You look at your life as it is right now, and you extrapolate off of that, and you daydream off of that, and you see yourself working the same job you're working right now, and you see there's no chance to move forward for you, no growth for you, no adventures to go on. That's what you daydream about. You're not in the present moment, you're in this fake future where everything's terrible and nothing works out. Man, we're good at that.
So this is why I've decided to start this channel. Because I want to create a place for anyone who needs some love, some energy, some hope, to find it.
And if you need that comfort, you need that solace, you need to hear that wisdom, I want to be there for you. All right, let's go on a walk. So, let's start with our first talk. So, what are we talking about today? We're talking about Generative Acts, A-C-T-S, not A-X-E. Generative Acts. What is a generative act, you might ask? Well, it's any sort of action that creates new energy and possibilities. So there are two parts of a generative act, okay? Now, generative action requires two things. The first is creativity. Do something creative. Doesn't mean you need to be doing something artsy necessarily, like painting or writing music or writing a script. What it means is you're using your power of imagination to create something that starts in here and then comes out into reality. It wasn't there before you and your friends decided to do it. That's the first part of a generative act. The second part is the people. Get your friends together. Get people together you've never worked with before in this way. If you have friends that want to film a little short film, or maybe they don't even know they want to film a little short film, or maybe they don't know they want to put on a play, or maybe they don't know they want to make an app, right? Get some people together that haven't done this kind of thing before and ask them to be a part of it. Some people are going to be cautious and nervous or not have the time, and they'll say no, but some people, if you give them the chance, they're going to say yes, and they're going to join you. Now, here's where the real magic comes in. The real magic is other people. That is the key to a generative act. Sure, writing something on your own or filming something by yourself, sure, yeah, being creative, that is going to generate new pathways. But when you introduce other human beings, well, your opportunities and the energy that surrounds those projects multiplies by thousands. So now you've got all these people in this room doing something fun and joyous, and they're not worried about the outcome, and they're not worried about what it's going to get them. What they're doing is experiencing right now in this very present moment that is not the future or the past. They are experiencing the electricity of joy, the electricity of creativity. And this is the power of being with other people, is that when we do new things together, when we engage in generative acts, we start building out new worlds we didn't know were possible. We talked about creativity, right? We're doing something that is creative. We are taking something that exists only up here and bringing it out into the real world. That is the power of your spirit and your soul, is that you and your experience and your awareness, you are on the cutting edge of reality. You can create. From where there is nothing, you can bring something into reality. From up here, that is a miracle. It is a miracle of miracles, and it is something you need to experience more often. Keep trying new, different projects, because one day, maybe the first day, maybe the 30th day, maybe a year from now, that generative action you took is gonna spark with you, and you are gonna light up like I lit up, and you're gonna say, I like that. That makes me feel powerful. This makes me feel closer to who I want to be. This makes me feel fulfilled. I'm alive. I am alive. That's how you want to feel. That's fulfillment. All fulfillment really is being alive in the present moment and not being caught up in the future or the past. That's where anxiety and worry exist, in the daydreamings we have of the future and the past. Fulfillment is when you are so present in the moment, you forget about all of those things and you're just alive and enjoying being alive. And that's what generative acts do. They root you in the moment, they bring you to the center, they fulfill you because there's nowhere else you need to be, nowhere else you need to go, nothing you lack. You're with beautiful people doing beautiful things. And new pathways you never knew existed start opening up like magic. And that is the power of the Generative Act.
So to help you get started, here are some quick tips to guide you as you embark on your first Generative Act. Tip number 1, think small. The best feeling in the world is accomplishing something from start to finish. Give yourself and your friends a massive advantage and choose to create something small. Ideally, your project should be able to be completed in half a day. Don't force you and your friends to burn yourselves out trying to accomplish something that should take months. Remember, the goal is not to have your project win awards. The experience and the time together are their own reward, and the energy you generate together today will lead to bigger and better projects in your future. Tip number 2, cut out anything that isn't 100% necessary. Does your short film really need sound to convey the story? Does your business idea require a plan for marketing and distribution right now? Does your song require vocals? Does your RPG adventure require a dozen NPCs? Be honest about what you don't need. Trim the fat and make it easier for you and your friends to have fun and reach your goals. Tip number 3, roadblocks are opportunities. Did one of your friends bail on your short film? Well, maybe you can play 2 roles with different costumes. Might be interesting. Did you lose the cable to connect your keyboard to your computer? Maybe that part of your song sounds better a cappella. Challenges shape our work into something even we couldn't have predicted. Some of the greatest inventions and discoveries in human history were the products of mistakes or challenges that forced people to come up with new solutions and workarounds. Lean into challenges. They make you a stronger creator. And finally, tip number 4. This is probably the most important tip on this list. Focus on other people. The less you make this about yourself, the more fun you're going to have. If you make this about you and your creative genius and what you planned, you're going to stress yourself out. You're going to stress your friends out, and no one is going to have a good time. Instead, put all of your focus and energy on other people. This is an opportunity to empower others and watch them come to life. There is no greater gift than facilitating other people's joy. So forget about you and get excited about what other people bring to your world.
So I just want to thank you so much for joining me on this first adventure, this first video I've made. It is such a pleasure to be out here and feeling alive and doing something creative and being passionate about filming. I love filming, and I love talking, speaking the good news to people, the truth to people. I want to empower people. I want them to feel the hope that I feel. And it's just such a wonder to be here doing what I'm doing. So if this meant anything to you, if you got anything from this, please hit the like button for me. Please hit subscribe. Please come back. Let's start a little community. Oh, this is the part of the video where I encourage you all to put on some nice music, get comfy, and meditate. You don't have to cross your legs. You don't have to put your fingers like this. You don't have to put Tibetan bell music on. You just need to be quiet. Just sit down and be quiet. You don't need to get rid of thoughts. Don't push them away. Don't fight them. Don't try to do anything. If you're doing anything, you're not meditating. Just be what you are. If you're loud and crazy in your mind, be loud and crazy in your mind. Don't fight. Don't fight. There's no fighting in meditation. There's no trying in meditation. Meditation is just watching. Just watch. But it's just the opposite of doing something to distract yourself from the present moment. Be in the present moment. Just do it for 10 minutes. I bet you'll find it very relaxing. With that said, have a great day.